Hello everyone, I'm Sherry and you're watching Lessons Learned. Welcome back to Finish It Friday. Can you believe it? Another week. I know I say that every week, but it seems like it comes around quicker every Friday. Well, we always talk about the things that we got finished on this week, or at least by Friday. So that's what we're going to just start talking about. Of course, last Saturday was National Quilting Day, and I got my little project done that I set out to do. Many of you have already seen that. If you haven't seen that video, go back and look for it. I'll link it in the description box as well. I made this little table runner. It's reversible, and it took me about 6 hours at a slow pace, a normal, for me, slow pace. So I got that done, and it looks good on my dining room table right now. It's very springy. And then let's talk about this. It got this back from the longarmer. Remember me talking about this here a few weeks ago? It was a UFO, and now it is 100% finished. Yay! I love it. I hope you can see some of the quilting in that. And then I'm going to show you the back. I hope you can see it. It's just exquisite. This is the one that I sent out to the longarmer, and she did a fantastic job. In the little 16 squares here, she put like a kind of like a rambling leaf shape all in it, but it's pretty dense. Hope you can see that. And then in these big flower ones, she did like just a bullseye design, and that was inspired by the backing. So that is offset on these circles. I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but like in an odd place you'll find quilting beside these. She didn't follow these, she just followed the squares on the front. See? And then she did tack on the batting for me, and then today I got into finishing that. So I finished that today. With my sewing machine, with my old sewing machine, my Janome, since it was just the edges, you know, wasn't too much to deal with going through that small machine. And yeah, it's done, it's finished. I usually hand whip stitch my binding on, but this thing is so big, it's like, I don't know, 80 by 80 or something like that. It would have took me a week to sit and do that, probably, off and on. So I just jumped in and got that done on the machine, and it turned out good. I had a couple little places that didn't catch, but I went back and caught those, and it didn't show up that I did extra stitching in those areas on this busy print. But I definitely need to work on my technique for machine binding, tacking it down. So this is just lovely. I just love it. I wish I could spread it all out for you again. Go back on one of my other Finish It Friday videos. I have it up here, and you can see the whole design. So there's 2 projects completely done this week. I'll take that as a win. Now we can't not talk about the elephant in the room, right? The Batik Boho Throw. So here's what I've decided to do. These are just lightly tacked on here with pins. It's not actually on the base yet. I've got a couple of episodes now on this, so go back and see them if you want to make this. And I decided, since this is a square, I'm going to put my petals right in the center. I just think it looks better. I auditioned them coming out from the corners, And I think the quilt is just too small to do that with these 10 inches. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that. That's fine. I don't know, I just couldn't get them arranged right to where they looked right from the corners or from the side. You know, I talked about how you could put them up through the side and have the center over here. But talking about centers, that's something that I have a question for you on, is the center. Should I leave that like that and maybe do some machine quilting in a little swirl like she did? Just swirl me a little center in just right there on that gray one. Or should I put in this little, I looked at all my yellow fabrics, my yellow batiks, and I tried to come up with the color that I like the best. And this is the color that I like the best. Let me see if I can find a pin. I know I like this color, but do I want a yellow center? That's what I'm trying to ask you. Or should I just let it go? Well, I'm not going to get that to stick. I know it would be round, or some sort of almost round shape through here. Maybe like a thick oval. What do you think? Do I need that? Or do I not need that? I'm not sure. I need your help. Okay. Episode 3 will be coming out next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how the week goes. And I'll be tacking these down permanently to the base. Show you how to do that. And I've done my binding already. I decided to do a scrappy binding. Oops. See here. I have it all together. And it's all the colors of this. I think I had to add one more batik just to get enough. I added this blue one in. It's this one. It's not in the petals, but it's fine. But I'm going to do that for the binding, so I have that all worked out. And remember that gray fabric I was asking you guys about that had the little rice grains on it? I'm thinking I might use that for the backing for this, but we'll talk about that later. I'm not near ready for that yet. Put my binding back over here on the board so it doesn't drag the floor. Okay, so what else did I get done this week? Well, you know, I'm working on the String Beans by Pat Sloan, and I'm up to date on those. I might be one ahead, 25, is that today, 25th? I think I have 25. I'll look and see. I may need to make one for today. So I had to add yet another selection onto these because I'm getting down to where I'm running out of fabric, so I'm putting this on it. And that goes fine. Let me see if I can find one that has it. Here it is. It makes it a little bit busy, but it's this one right here. But I think it's okay. And at the end here, when I get done and I have my 30 blocks, I'll just kind of disperse those out through. I mean, I'll have, you know, 5 blocks that has it in it. But I'll, you know, balance them out. That's what I'll do. So I'll be putting that quilt top together pretty soon. She has, I think she's doing the 6 block by 6 block. I think that's what I was going to do too. That makes it 72.5 by 75.5. No, it's 6 by 5. I don't know. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but there's more to this quilt than just the blocks. There's going to be binding. I mean, sashing. Well, there will be binding, but sashing. She's doing a thin row of something kind of solid-ish, and then she's taking fabric from her string beans, from her strips, and making a outer border of that. Actually, it's a second inner border, I think. I think that's what it winds up being. I'm not sure. Yeah, this shows it. It says cut side inner borders 1.5 inches. Cut top and bottom border 2 inches. And then the piano key outer border is 148, 2.5 by 4.5. So I have a lot more work to do on this, even when I get the blocks done, the 5 more blocks that I need. So we're getting to the end of March already. So we're gonna be. Is any of you doing this? I keep asking that, don't I? Nobody says they're doing it, so I don't know if you are or you don't want to say you are. Maybe somebody told me that they were. I'm not sure. Anyway, I have a couple of things to show you. Some photos that our viewers have sent in, and I'll show you those right now. Here's one from Giselle Jones, and this was the project that she did for National Quilting Day on last Saturday. She did not quilt, but she did a sewing project. She and her granddaughters were together, and she made reversible aprons for them, for 3 little girls. So that was cute to see. I'd like to make aprons again. I used to make aprons. I have to show you sometime. But I know that I have a UFO apron, so I probably need to get that out because we're working on UFOs, aren't we? And then our friend Bobby Walking Stick, she sent us a bunch of pictures in. She is doing string beans. This is where I heard somebody was doing string beans. It's Bobby Walking Stick. Love her name. She's doing string beans with denim as the middle square. This middle square here that I'm doing gingham right here. She's doing denim and using scraps. So there's a picture of that. She also sent us one with denim and Halloween fabric, and I really like how that orange goes with denim. I think on the color chart that you learn about when you're in grade school, that blue is on one side and orange is on the other, so they complement each other. And I think that's why that looks so good. And then also she sent a Betty Boop. Is that Betty Boop? Yeah, it is Betty Boop. It says it right on it. A Betty Boop quilt. And then also I think she called it a brick quilt top. And that was a Darlene Michaud pattern series that she did a couple years ago. So lots of nice things. Thank you, Bobby and Giselle, for sharing those photos with us. Please feel free, you guys, to send photos of your blocks and or finished quilts and projects. Love to see them. Another thing that I did this week was work on crumb quilting. And I had been in the mood to do that all week, even though I had many things to work on. I did make some time for crumb quilting. And let me show you what I got done. And you're probably going to laugh and say, oh, that wasn't very much. But remember, I have my big long narrow thing that I had over here. Well, I'm just going to be adding to it, but I got this little block done. It's not a block yet. I'm still working on it. What I'm doing is I'm just adding more strips that are about 18, this width of this. When I get an 18-inch wide piece, I slap it on here. So this is becoming a 18-inch square piece. I got a long edge here, so probably another, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches I'll have it. Maybe less, maybe more. So there we go. Love doing this. It's so much a stress reliever. I don't know why. And I'm so slow at it. You would think it'd be stressful if I was slow at it, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of a jigsaw puzzle. You know how when you're working on a jigsaw puzzle, you just kind of mindlessly do it and it just kind of relaxes you. Yep, that's what it's like. So thank you for tuning in today to see what I got done. And I will see you soon with more videos. Episode 3 of the Batik Boho Throw. I will have a short video on my new sewing machine, my Baby Lock Jazz 2. And I'll see you on Monday as well for Monday morning quilt chat. So have a great weekend and I will see you soon. Go find something to sew and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.